Shame that tune!
Welcome back, everybody. Let's bring up our second contestant. So please, if you will, give a warm northeastern Noble Square welcome to Nick Baer, everybody. Nick Baer. That wheel a great spin. Audience, shout out what you want to hear. Cheeseburger in paradise. What do we got? Salted people. Eat it. Weird Al. Weird Al Yankovic. Eat it. It's about to get real. Here we go. Eat it. Weird Al. Here we go. Okay, Nick, you have... Okay. Oh, that's very good. Very good, intern. Very good. Very professional. That's how we do it in the business of comedy musical game shows. That's how first thing we do. Okay, Nick, you have 3 minutes on your mark. Get set. Shane.
Okay, the first time I ever dated someone was in 7th grade, and her name was Chloe Johnson. She was new to school from the suburbs, so she had kind of an element of mystery about her. Plus she wore like long Disney character shirts and tuxedo vests and pork pie hats and like aquamarine Cavariccis and Chuck Taylors. She was a bad girl. So in 10 seconds of courage or insanity or something, I somehow asked this girl out, and she said yes. And at this time, I was wearing primarily like sweatpants to school still, so this was a major victory, and it was great. I would like wait for the bus with her and carefully craft her meaningful mixtapes, and we saw Bird on a Wire with Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn in the theater twice. The dream. Plus, this kind of coincided with the Bulls' first championship run, so I felt like I too was finally putting all the pieces together, and after years of near misses and really starting out a life dynasty. But of course, that was when things turned. There was a rumor going around, courtesy of Ted Wagenknecht, who knew these kind of things, that Chloe had cheated on me. And not just cheated on me, but cheated on me with Brian Henley, one of my best friends in the world, and also kind of a short little bug-eyed guy who, in just 2 short years, would be a serious Birkenstock-clad pothead who would get really aggressive with people who littered. Anyway, apparently they fooled around, possibly at Charlie Shulman's bar mitzvah. That was one story. But word got out to Brian that I knew, so he was avoiding me all day. I finally caught up to him in USSR, uninterrupted, sustained, silent reading. And I remember staring daggers at him across the room, and actually even breaking a pencil in two to like cartoonishly highlight my anger. And when I talked to him, he clearly felt bad, but definitely in a you can't control who you love kind of way. And I confronted Chloe, and she was vaguely apologetic about it, but ready to just move on. And for some reason, that was okay with me. She said it was okay, so it was okay. I don't know why, but I guess I was thinking young love is like this. And but things were weird, and I knew that I had to do something to correct them. So my solution was to get her a gift. A significant gift, a lover's gift, that set things right, set just the right tone, told her I was ready to move on, and somehow I decided that was a 4-foot-tall plush Mickey Mouse doll. Right, and so those things were expensive though, so there's no way I was going to be able to afford it on my own. So in some weird sense of like dueling gentlemanship, I asked Brian if he wanted to split it with me. And he did. And so it would be like $40 to $50 each for the mouse. And so we were in 7th grade, and it was both of ours first like courtship. So instead of being like this gross thing that my friend did, instead it became like we were suitors in the fucking Odyssey or something. And I remember we went down to Water Tower, the Disney store, we perused the aisles, picked one out. We both signed a card. Like she worked in our office or something, and we took turns carrying it because it was really heavy, and then we very ceremoniously presented it to her at her door. She seemed pleased. She gave us both a kiss on the cheek. We shook hands like 2 gigantic fucking idiots, and about a week later, she broke up with me. And then a year later, she went to military school in Indiana at Culver, and Brian's teaching English in Turkey right now.
there, everybody. Whoa, Joan.